between conferences. It's the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints on Sunday night primetime.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches, they've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Broncos led by the rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the first round, number 12 overall. He's been around, he's 24 years old, but the rookie runs it for the Broncos.
I really like this young quarterback, Mike. I think there's a lot of things that he does very well. I mean, the arm talent, it allows you to expand the playbook. His mind, he can process information both quickly and decisively. Pocket presence, impressive as well. He rarely finds himself in situations where he's a sitting duck. Now, can he put all of that together and operate an NFL offense? That's what we want to see here today. And so far, I think he's shown a lot of hope that he can grow into a future franchise quarterback. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the shotgun, here's Nick, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
In the midst of a tight game like that, you're looking for every play that you can make to try to gain advantage. And if you can continue to get after the quarterback, disrupt the rhythm and timing of this quarterback in the second half, that could be the difference of you being able to pull away.
And it's fourth down, so here comes Riley Dixon to punt. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Saints coming out, and the veteran leads them. It's their quarterback, Derek Carr, 9 years with the Raiders, now year 2 with the Saints. Greg, for a man who's now 33 years old.
There's no denying he is a passionate and productive NFL quarterback. But as good as he is, Mike, he just hasn't quite found a way to get over the hump to join that upper echelon of elite quarterbacks. He has this big arm. He can sling it all over the field. But that big arm is also what gets him into trouble sometimes. He needs to find that happy medium between taking care of the ball while still being aggressive. And if he can do that, he'll have as good a chance as any to come out on top.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. The tight end Moreau is in motion. This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Carr. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
The Saints will punt this one away. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's going to be caught. And this is not what they were hoping for. He is out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield. And that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Saints offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Carr working out of the gun. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Carr. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now, a fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That's Carl Granderson in there to record the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They run over center with Williams. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. They sack him to end the 1st quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? More from New Orleans after this. It's Riley Dixon coming on now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. They'll begin 1st and 10. Carr now. He gets that complete to Cedric Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Carr. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. Carr to throw. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And he will score. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. They'll throw. It's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This receiver went a long way to catch this ball. He started all the way out on the left side of the formation. And look where he catches it, Mike. He's all the way on the right side of the field. He just continued to work through those open zones, eventually found one, and the quarterback was able to put it on him for a nice game.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Willie Gay with the stop. them up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Now he'll run it. And Nix with the wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Broncos.
Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to New Orleans after this. Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw is Nix. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. Broncos will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and Derek Carr set to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now, Carr. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Carr now on 2nd down. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Carr. Open man down the field. It's Olave. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Carr. His pass taken in by Shaheed. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. From the shotgun, it's Carr. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now, a second down throw from Carr. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Rashid Shaheed, touchdown Saints. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He's got it. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense going to take over just before the half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. Checking it down, this one is caught. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime reports.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Carr working out of the gun. A throw left side taken in by Wilson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. Immediately back in the attack mode, continuing to take the fight to the defense. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
Off the play fake. Here's Carr. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
2nd down, Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Carr now. He's got his tight end, that's Johnson. And he will score. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, New Orleans. luxury to have in an offense a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle. On second down, it's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd and 7. Throwing is Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's 3rd and 7. Nix from the gun on third down. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. First and 10. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
They'll go play action with Carr. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
The open man is Wilson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 47-yard line.
Second and a yard. Carr. Shaheed with the catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Play action now. It's Carr. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Carr to throw. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Carr from the gun on third down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Not much happening there. Just a short game. Second down. Nix. This one taken in by Reynolds. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
He'll take a shot with Mims. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He gets this complete to Dulcich. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
A first down throw for Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Try the jet sweep here. Let's see what they can get. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And he nearly got away, but they finally bring him down at about the 3 to set up 4th down. Nix gonna throw for it. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it is Jamal Williams. And not really anywhere to go there. He'll take this up only to the 4.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Olave is the motion man. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man, that's Olave. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And now we'll get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. Here now, 3rd and 5. Olave is the motion man. Carr working out of the gun. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
He will air this out, looking for Sutton.
It all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E.